Can I get your name and contact information?
I probably don't right now. So I just want to.
Oh, you do, because you probably have a driver's license. You probably drove here.
Or I parachuted in. Ma'am, I'd like you to keep that record right there. You wrote on it. I want to keep a copy of that as well. Okay. That's spoliation, ma'am. That was a bad idea. You're destroying public records. Section 10 of the Public Records Act defines what a record is. It's a writing. And Title 40, Chapter 16, Section 10 makes what you just did a felony. So, well done.
Fine. You understand it's against the law to record anyone without their permission.
You sure?
I am. Absolutely.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Public. Jesus, you are ridiculous.
If you have not seen the previous and original story titled Queen of Karens Commits a Felony, it is critical to see that. You can find it on my channel with the following thumbnail. Without seeing that story, there will be no context. I highly recommend watching it again, though, in light of everything that happens in this update story.
Hey everyone, I am free. It's January 9th, 2025. I'm in the city of Seattle, downtown, here in the County of King in the Communist Empire of Washington State, heading on over to the King County Department of Health headquarters building, office. It's in that big building right there. This has to do with this story right here, which involves the older lady who is acting a bit crazy. I believe it turns out her name is Ray the Wolf Molesky. And she is a supervisor at that particular office in Kent, which is a King County Public Health office. So I'm going there to lodge a complaint and figure out why everything went down the way that it did that day.
So that's why you have to contact them. Yeah, you have to contact them, and then if they work from here, they can come down, or if they at home, then they'll.
So there's no way for me to get assistance by coming in directly?
No.
Why?
It's just the way they do it. So
I need help getting it. I've got a serious problem. I've got a employee of public health that committed a felony on camera.
Yes, sir. That's why you have to call.
I'm not calling because it's going to cause an issue with me being unable to record the conversation. I'm not letting the public health department lie on the phone and then say, we need to say that.
I'm just a small security guy.
I get that, but what I need is I need some way to get.
Okay, so you can call customer care. The whole customer care, and then
it's called wiretapping.
And then I cannot go up there.
I need some other way to make it happen. If I have to go around and knock on every door, I will.
Yeah,
including the conference rooms.
Yes, you can more than welcome to do that, but the floor, like I say, is restricted.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on the conference room doors, ask people if any of them work for public health, see if I can get some help.
They're in the meeting, sir.
Okay.
No, in the meeting. You cannot do that because they're in the meeting right now.
I can absolutely knock on the door. They can choose not to answer.
Sir, I'm trying to help you here.
Look, I'm not making a phone call. I've come down here way out of my way. I didn't come down here in person so that I could then make a phone call.
You can call it 296-5000. I'm trying to give you the option to do.
I'm going to have to do it the other way then.
So you have to disturb that. They're in a meeting right now.
Sir, they're public employees. I'm just trying to get assistance. And you can't help me.
They have all kind of training here.
Yeah, I get that. I was trying to get assistance from you. If you want to help me.
I'm gonna call somebody from FMD that can come down here and
absolutely.
about my paper.
No problem. Yeah, that's great.
Can you help? He's here to talk to somebody in public health, so I'm not sure.
Oh, are you from public health?
I'm not from public health, but I can try to get you in touch with someone. Do you have somebody specifically that you're trying to reach?
No, not anyone specific. I mean, again, I don't know how the internal operations of public health works, but I had a extraordinarily serious situation unfold when I was at a King County Public Health office. I caught a public employee committing a felony on video.
Okay.
And then when I told her the felony was destroying public records, she literally destroyed public records on video. Ma'am, I'd like you to keep that record right there. You wrote on it. I want to keep a copy of that as well, okay? That's spoliation, ma'am. That was a bad idea. You're destroying public records. Section 10 of the Public Records Act defines what a record is. It's a writing. And Title 40, Chapter 16, Section 10 makes what you just did a felony. So, well done. And I told her not to do that because it is a felony in Washington State to do that. And she said she didn't care.
So you need someone in...
I'd like the public records that she ripped up, but now I can't get it. So I don't know how to go about this at this point. But like I said, the felony was committed on video. It's been published. Now I just need to get some resolution to this because her behavior was outrageous, and I'd like those records.
Yeah. So in this building, and you probably know this, there's several different units in this building,
Yeah.
and public health is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not in that, but I can track somebody down from public health and see if they're available to come down.
That'd be great, yeah, because I didn't know about all this, and now I travel a significant distance to come down here to just get some assistance. And
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull my phone out and see if I can.
yeah, I appreciate the help, man. Thank you.
So she's not answering. It's Martha Castro is the person that I was directed to contact. She's not answering, so I could give you her name and number if you want to try to call her.
I mean, if you want to give me the name and number, that's fine. I need to make the public records request in person, which is allowed by administrative code. So
Yeah.
I need somebody from down there to come down.
Yeah, so that's not my unit.
Sure.
I'm happy to write this down for you, give you that information.
Yeah,
And,
if you want to say it, I'm recording.
Yeah, it's Martha Castro.
Okay.
And her number is 206-263-8283.
All right.
Yep, and she is, I believe, a deputy director of public health. So that's who I was directed to.
Okay.
And I know this was probably not very satisfying for you.
Oh, I'll keep trying. I got till 5. I've got other things I can
All
try
right.
right now.
Sorry I couldn't.
That's all right. I
help you.
appreciate your
Yeah.
help. Thanks.
All right.
I just went up there and I go around, walk out around the cubicle in the HR section. Nobody in the HR section. And this is.
So
what
there's
I'm
no one
able
up there
to-
from public health at all?
I don't know what day they come into the office, to be honest with you. Working from home, it's just a.
No, I get that. I'm just asking, is there a single human being alive up in public health right now?
I have no idea. I walk up here.
And you didn't see anyone?
Custodian. I just went to one custodian.
That was it. Okay. Well, that answers the question. So the only people up there is just one custodian. There's no one else at work. That answers the question. Thank you. Wow, that is crazy. So at this point, King County is just, they don't care. They're not going to do anything about this. They know that their employee committed a felony. They know that they have done wrong there, and they're not going to do anything to resolve this situation.
At this point, it was obvious to me that the King County Public Health Department wants to say nothing on recording. They don't want to even acknowledge it with a human being, as even acknowledgement could be damning at this point. Since the headquarters was refusing to assist me in person, I had no other choice but to start looking to get customer service assistance at any of the clinic offices scattered throughout King County.
Hey everyone, I am free. It is January 22nd, 2025. I'm in the city of Auburn, here in King County in the Communist Empire of Washington State. Heading on over to the King County Public Health Office directly ahead there, here in Auburn, because last week early I went to the King County headquarters for the Public Health Department. And they were very, very unhelpful. I attempted to get a conversation going and file a complaint against the woman from the Kent Public Health Office. And I discovered her name is Ray DeWolf Molesky. She's a supervisor there at the King County Public Health Office in Kent. So I'm heading on over there to the one here at Auburn, because I literally couldn't speak to anyone at all from the actual public health department in Seattle, downtown Seattle. They have it locked down. There is no one there.
And what this is.
So there's no one up there from public health at all.
I don't know what day they come into the office. To be honest with you, working from home, it's just a.
No, I get that. I'm just asking: is there a single human being alive up in public health right now?
I have no idea. I walk up here.
And you didn't see anyone?
Custodian. I just went to one custodian.
That was it. Okay. Well, that answers the question. So upstairs, they all work remotely, with the exception of the occasional individual working there. So I'm going to go in here, see if I can lodge this complaint and get something going, because Ms. DeWolf Molesky clearly committed a felony. Ma'am, I'd like you to keep that record right there. You wrote on it. I want to keep a copy of that as well, okay? That's spoliation, ma'am. That was a bad idea. You're destroying public records. Section 10 of the Public Records Act defines what a record is. It's a writing. And Title 40, Chapter 16, Section 10 makes what you just did a felony. So, well done. In destroying a public record. And King County at this point is just trying to avoid liability. King County, especially the prosecutor, Lisa Mannion, she is very, very much for government employees committing crimes and not prosecuting them for that. She will never prosecute a government employee for something like destroying public records or anything like that. It's really ridiculous. So all I can do is expose this, and in so doing, inform the public of what Lisa Mannion is up to, what her policies and practices are like, and from there, if the people want to vote her out, they can. So that's what's going on here today. I'm gonna head on in here and see if we can get some assistance with this.
As you can see here, there is a mask requirement imposed upon entry. The government cannot stop itself from attempting to tell you how to live your life, even when there is no basis for it. For example, the Washington State Mask Order ended April 3rd, 2023, and changed to a recommendation. Of note is that Department of Health Order 20-03.11 revoking the mask mandate was up on September 27th, 2023 on the DOH website as seen here, but removed by September 29th, 2023, as you can see here. That's right, a maximum of 2 days later. This was proven on the Internet Archive, also known as the Wayback Machine, as can be seen here. The order states that any agency can still require masks, yet funnily enough, not one of their employees are actually wearing a mask. Initially, that is until I came in, wearing a gaiter on my face. The state of Washington has no legitimacy. They are tyrants in telling people what to do, but not following their edicts themselves.
Still required in healthcare settings. Interesting.
Hi there.
Hello. I was looking to see if I could speak with a supervisor, please.
Sure, have a seat.
Okay. Is that supervisor on the way out?
We just sent a message.
Okay. You must be Alan?
Yes, I am, sir.
Hello, Alan. How are you doing
Nice to meet
today?
you.
Yeah.
And were there certain records that you needed today? Or?
There are some records I need, but I need to address a matter that I'm at this point unfamiliar how to resolve, so I'm hoping maybe you might be able to, if not assist me, point me in the right direction.
Okay.
So I was back on the 12th of December working on a story about some issues at the Kent Public Health for King County's office. I just got some sources that gave me tips and leads that there was some issues with making public records requests, some poor behavior, and that was all true. However, in the process, the supervisor there, who I've come to now know, his name is Ray DeWolf Molesky, committed a felony on video. And so I went to address this downtown. She destroyed public records on video and audio, just literally in front of everyone. She grabs it and starts ripping it up and throws it into the wastebasket. So I'm looking for those records, the handwritten ones that she destroyed. Ma'am, I'd like you to keep that record right there. You wrote on it. I want to keep a copy of that as well, okay? That's spoliation, ma'am. That was a bad idea. You're destroying public records. Section 10 of the Public Records Act defines what a record is. It's a writing. And Title 40, Chapter 16, Section 10 makes what you just did a felony. So, well done. Sorry, from that day through the 3rd of January. So from 20 December to 3 January.
Okay.
That work?
Got it.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Has he gone beyond the public space at all?
No.
Sure. Okay, so not gone beyond the public space.
No.
Hi, could you give us some space real quick to talk?
No.
Okay. You did I give you my number?
No.
No. Let me see if I have a card.
Are you leaving?
No.
Okay.
I was
I
gonna
saw
go
you leave.
have lunch, but yeah. No, I'm not leaving the building though. I'm just gonna go to eat lunch. Oh, I don't have my card. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I know how to get hold of you. I know you.
Okay. And don't forget the name.
So I will tell you that if it's King County public property and he's in the lobby filming, that would be a crime that we can address to force him to leave under any threat if you've already engaged with him and asked him to leave. And then if he's still standing here, he's not breaking any law and violating any rule. And so ultimately, unless there's a public safety concern or a disturbance or something that escalates beyond just simply filming, he wouldn't be committing a crime.
Okay.
More than happy to talk to you about it on the phone if you're not comfortable doing it in this public space, but even him standing here filming us right now, wanting to be a part of the conversation, it's fine.
You have a card?
I don't. I can call you. Do you have that card? I can
No, I
give you
don't
a
have
call
it
if
with
you
me.
like.
No, I don't. I think I left them on the other jacket.
Are you comfortable giving me your phone number right here?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
We can have you write it down so you have to see it.
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'll give you a phone call, but we're going to take off.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice one.
Hey, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to submit a verbal public records request to you right now
Okay.
for that
For which thing?
handwritten document.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I will submit your verbal request to our city clerk's office.
Okay.
I'm not going to pass it over to you right now, but within the state law as far as public records requests go, I will submit that to our HR
Okay.
city clerk's
Do you want me to
office
give you
for
my
the
email
phone.
address so you can send
That'd be
the...
great.
Sure.
if you want to.
Happy to give that to you. Either, I'm sure you're probably recording right now, so do you want me to just give it to you verbally
sir.
or do you want to write it down?
That's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, it's just anonymous citizen WA at protonmail.com, just like the subatomic particle.
How do you spell anonymous?
ANONYMOUS. I know, sometimes it's weird. Trips me up in my mind
I always
sometimes too.
forget.
I transpose things.
Yeah.
So ANONYMOUS, citizen, regular spelling, WA, all one word, all lowercase, at protonmail.com.
Proton
Mail. Yeah, protonmail.com, yeah.
dot.
Wow, I was just editorializing. I didn't realize she actually called you guys for this.
Well, I think
That's
she
crazy.
flagged down an officer that was on a traffic stop, and so he put something on the radio. Correct me if I'm wrong, Officer Lopez, but it was less formal than a 911 call. But
Oh, okay.
people see us in uniforms or in marked cars or unmarked cars.
She might have
and they
confused this for the other GoPro version. It comes equipped with a flamethrower and guided missiles. So sometimes people get a little alarmed by that. They're like, which one is that? Is that the
What is
Ukraine-Russia campaign one, or?
What is this stuff behind the speaker? The red and the black stuff? No.
Oh,
like
that's
behind the
just a
actual
mount. It's just a mount. It's meant to immobilize it, or make it to where the boom itself doesn't move, so it just kind of bounces around it. So
Sweet.
that's a pretty good one. Could I get the CAD
incident number?
Yeah, that'd be great
All right.
if I could.
Yeah, let me
Thanks.
grab that for you.
Well, I appreciate you guys being professional and letting them know that we're still in America, not North Korea. That's always good, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of cameras there, just not advantageous to one's liberties in that country, so I hear. You got a business card, by the way?
I do not.
No.
Well, this is good to see the good side of Auburn police. I've had some anti-freedom officers here in Auburn that didn't like me working on my journalism, but you guys seem like a good lot of fellows.
Thanks for that, man. You're not doing anything wrong.
I'll put it on my business card. The city clerk's number's on that as well.
Okay.
We actually just recently got training on public records requests too, so I always appreciate when someone tests that knowledge.
Well. I just happen to wonder if that might have been MRSC, which your city attorney is a senior member of.
As you can see here, Harry Boucher, former deputy city attorney for the city of Auburn, is now a legal consultant for MRSC, which is a municipal consultancy agency for municipalities. I had a disagreement with Mr. Boucher in one of my Auburn stories, of which there are many, which you can check out all of them here.
Might have been involved in doing that.
Whatever, man. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to have these officers go back to their normal duties
All right,
now, okay?
have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Wow, we're gonna have to go back in and get that lady's name. Unfortunately, she called the police for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So unfortunately, I just had a pretty negative encounter, not with the police, but with one of your employees. Apparently one of your employees, older Hispanic lady, black hair, kind of a multicolored earth tone, kind of a sweater or shirt, went outside. I did see her in here earlier. I just didn't know who she was. She called the police on me.
Okay.
So I'd like to file a complaint against her, but I need to know what her name is so I can file the complaint.
Okay.
What's her name?
Not sure which. Okay.
I can show you an image of her on my camera.
Sure.
All right, so I just discovered that lady's name outside with the police officer's name is Monica. At this point, Alan, the guy who's helping me earlier, is going to go get someone else. So I'm going to see if I can make a records request regarding Monica and get some information.
So I can put into there about whatever you would like me to get.
Yeah, so
But I will need to get on a call in just a moment. I apologize. I really got to.
well, I'll wait for somebody else, and that's fine.
There's nobody else.
Wow. I just saw like 5 people walking around in the back. They're all public employees.
So I so much apologize. But do you want me? What would you like me to?
Yeah, I'd like to get Monica's full name, email address, work phone number, titles, position, title and position here.
Okay.
Any emails up through right now, time-wise, which is 1:15
Okay.
on the 22nd of January. And then I would like any documents regarding her calling the police.
Okay.
And then, do you guys always call the police on people coming in to request records and working on a story, or?
Never heard of that.
Yeah, kind of rude.
Right. So yeah.
And then I'd like to file that complaint. I'd like to get a response back to that email address I provided regarding the complaint. Yeah, so unfortunately, that's where things lie right now. This is obviously a continuing and developing story. Nothing can be done about this other than just to stay on top of the Department of Health and see what happens. I am going to head to the city of Kent, to their police department, to bring awareness to their police department about the criminal activities of Ray DeWolf Molesky when she destroyed those public records. So looking to talk to a police officer about something that happened, a crime that occurred at a Kent public health facility.
Okay. So this here is just the records unit. We're not able to take reports here or dispatch officers ourselves. So to get to a police officer, you're going to want to call.
I don't want to identify.
You can request to be anonymous through this number here.
No, because when you call 911 or non-emergency, your phone number is logged. I don't want to do that.
Okay. I can call it for you, but they're going to ask for the same information for who's calling and what the issue is.
Yeah, I'm just going to say my name's anonymous, and the issue is there was a felony committed by a King County public employee on video and audio.
Okay. I think rather than having me try and call it for you, you can use our phone right there, so it would be our number calling rather than your
Sure.
phone.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think that's going to work best.
And that goes right to non-emergency?
Yeah, so it's going to be this number still, but to use that phone, you have to type the number in a little differently.
Sure, that's in a black and red two-tone coat with a green vest on, so. All right, thanks. Bye. Yeah, so there's a video online of a King County public health employee destroying public records on video.
Okay.
While
Do you
they're
have the video?
I can show it to you indeed. Ironically, I was kind of surprised that the exact statute was actually covered in the handy dandy book. If I can show you that while I pull out the video. That one right there.
Okay.
Title 401610. And I will show you the video. I know it's probably not one showing up on a regular daily basis here. So the victim is the county.
So here's what I would need to be able to say, though, for me to be able to actually say that that's a public record. Like, I hear what you're saying, that she's writing something down, she's recording it as public record. But realistically, when people are at work, right, she could be making a list of her, to-do list stuff that she wants to do when she gets home.
Sure.
Right? That's not going to be public record.
What's interesting about Officer Matthias is talking about here is what constitutes a public record and what is the retention period of that record. Fortunately, I have an answer. In accordance with Washington State RCW Title 42, Chapter 56, Section 10, Subsection 4, a writing is defined as follows. A writing means handwriting, typewriting, printing, photostating, photographing, and every other means of recording any form of communication or representation, including but not limited to letters, words, pictures, sounds, or symbols, or combination thereof, and all papers, maps, magnetic or paper tapes, photographic films and prints, motion picture, film and video recordings, magnetic or punched cards, discs, drums, diskettes, sound recordings, and other documents, including existing data compilations from which information may be obtained or translated. Furthermore, RCW Title 42, Chapter 56, Section 80, titled Identifiable Records, makes clear that if a record is identifiable, it must be released, barring any exemptions found in RCW 4256, Section 210 and 230, as seen here. Now, if you look at the Washington State Secretary of State's retention schedule for public health agencies and look at page 5 under, quote, client relations, you can see that handwritten note should be retained for 8 years. Yet, even after requesting it, Mrs. DeWolf Molesky destroyed it on camera. Yikes.
That's not true. Anything that's done at work, so like if you used your personal cell phone right now and you were using that to generate a list, it would have to be maintained and then vetted by the public records officer to determine if that was in fact something to be done. And that's from a case called Nissen versus Pierce County from 2015. Remember, May Mark.
It sounds like you know your stuff way better than I do. I don't usually deal with people destroying stuff, but I'm saying from a crime spot where I investigate things, right? I need to be able to prove that what she's doing is making a public record.
Ma'am, I'd like you to keep that record right there. You wrote on it. I want to keep a copy of that as well, okay? That's spoliation, ma'am. That was a bad idea. You're destroying public records. Section 10 of the Public Records Act defines what a record is. It's a writing. And Title 40, Chapter 16, Section 10 makes what you just did a felony. So, well done. I'll make sure when Kent or King County gets here that they search that wastebasket and find what you just destroyed. That is literally a felony in this state.
While I made this complaint, the public records request I submitted for the destroyed record by Ray DeWolf Molesky came back as follows, which confirms Mrs. DeWolf Molesky's destruction of the record by her co-worker, Mrs. Erin Larson. Quote, "Good afternoon, Charlotte. I was in view of the note written on the notepad and discarded by the person writing it that was part of this request. The note had said, quote, 'He's calling me Karen as an insult,' end quote. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you." What this establishes is Mrs. Erin Larson, her co-worker, who was sitting next to Mrs. Ray DeWolf Molesky, confirmed that the handwritten note on the notepad, which you saw Mrs. Ray DeWolf Molesky rip off of the notepad, rip up, and discard as admitted by Mrs. Erin Larson here, confirms the destruction of the record. That is a Class C felony in Washington State, and absolutely, clearly, 100% affirms this felony committed by Mrs. Ray DeWolf Molesky.
If it's being done at work, the context of what's being written is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if she's if she's writing a message about, "I can't wait to watch the Goonies tonight." The document has to be maintained so that a public records officer, in accordance with Section 580 of the Public Records Act, can vet it to determine if it meets the criteria of Section 80, which is an identifiable public record. Now, in the event that, let's say, you're texting your girlfriend or something, you're like, "Can't wait to get home to watch the movie and have dinner," the public records officer will look at that and be like, "Yes, Officer Matthias was doing this on his text or on his cell phone, but it's basically non-related to work, so we're not going to release that." There is actually exemptions for that. Okay. But they have to vet it.
It's also not true, though, because there was a case law that came out about personal cell phones and stuff like that.
Nissen versus Pierce County.
And what Nissen versus Pierce County from 2015 stated was, quote, "5 years ago, we concluded that the Public Records Act, Chapter 4256 RCW, applied to a record stored on a personal computer. Recognizing that, quote, if government employees would circumvent the PRA by using their home computers for government business, the PRA would be drastically undermined." Citation, O'Neill versus City of Shoreline, 170 Washington, 2nd Appellate Court, 138, 150, 240, P3rd, 1149, 2010. Today we consider it if the PRA similarly applies when a public employee uses a private cell phone to conduct government business. We hold that text messages sent and received by a public employee in the employee's official capacity are public records of the employer, even if the employee uses a private cell phone.
Okay.
Really technically.
What's the address where this happened at?
You know, I don't know the address, but
you know
I do know.
Building?
I do. It's the King County Public Health Building in Kent. Okay. I initially went to go to the King County Sheriff's Department, but they said it would be your guys' jurisdiction.
It wouldn't make sense that they would say that.
They said even though it's King County, it happened in the city of Kent, so I don't know. I mean, the sheriff's deputy seemed like he was ready to go get it done, but when he spoke to someone or whatever he did, he said, "I can't do it because it's their jurisdiction."
Are you talking about Washington State Department of Health?
No, the King County.
Do any of these look familiar? I just typed in public health or King County Public Health and it didn't pop up for Kent.
Well, that's weird.
So
Hold on, I can get
do you
the
have an idea like what it's roughly next to, like cross street?
You know what? Give me just a moment. I can definitely get it for you here. Hold on, just. Make it out here for you. So the name of the video on YouTube is Insane.
Person, can I just
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Insane public health manager goes mental, commits felony. And the timestamp appears to be at 36 minutes to roughly 36:45-ish.
And then he's at 36:43.
Well, that's where it ends roughly. It starts at about 36, basically 36 minutes on the dot, and then goes to roughly about 36:43. And when you look at it, you'll be able to see the record being asked. You'll be able to hear that, and then you'll see her ripping it up. I mean, that's really what it is right there. I mean, that's the brass tacks of it. I just, like I said, I realize this isn't even though it's a felony, it's a Class D felony.
Yep.
I recognize this isn't the crime of the century, but at the same time, I would hope that the city and the county would not want to send the wrong message to public employees that, hey, if something's unfortunate or you just don't want something to be known by people, just destroy it. It'll be okay. No one will investigate it. No one will look into it. Nothing will happen. That's not good.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. Let me call my dispatch to make sure I'm on the right call, because like I
Sure.
said when we started, I was on a theft report, so I just got to get myself added to your call so I can
no problem.
get you a case number. All right.
Sure, appreciate it.
All right. Case number is going to be 25-891.
Okay.
Okay. Can you read my handwriting on the front?
That's
B.
what-
Matthias
All right.
at kentlaw.gov.
Sounds good. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
And then what I'll do is, do you want me to give you my email address so you can reach out if you want to about any whatever happens or not?
Sure. I mean,
Or do you just want to write it down? Or do you want me to write it down? It's anonymous, ANONYMOUS, citizen, WA, just all one word, all lowercase, at Proton Mail. It's PROTONMAIL.com. That's it.
all right, sir.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Well, that's the report there to them. Some of you may be wondering, hey, why not just give them your name? It's not going to change anything. What I'm going to do is follow up. If they want to see unedited video, I'll see about it being possible to provide that to the police department, and they can see her ripping it up. I mean, I think this is a very important thing for Kent to look into. I think this is a really important thing for Kent to look into, because if they don't, this is just going to send messages, just like with Mark Furman out of Pierce County 10 years ago. Hey, just destroy records. Don't provide it because it's embarrassing. It's humiliating or whatever. That's not good. That's a bad way to go about business. And all it does is it emboldens public employees to destroy records. So that way the government can't be held to account. As a journalist, that is the main tool that we have. That's our sword, if you will. And if they can get rid of those records, it just really undermines the ability of the press to get out there, discover bad doings, wrongdoings, and present it for viewing and consumption by the public to make informed decisions in elections or just seeking redress of grievances or whatnot. That's it here, reporting today here in the city of Kent in King County in the Communist Empire of Washington State. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications bell if you like my journalism. You can find me on X at I.A.M Free Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media. And if you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I'll see you guys at the next location. Bye for now.